Men of Reddit. What myth about men is 100% untrue and infuriates you when you hear it? Men can't multitask. Every time I hear that I have to stop what I am doing so I can get angry. Mayo. But actually no one's really a good multitasker. We all just think we are. Mythbusters tested it, I think. Get too close to a child and you are automatically branded a pedophile. I work as low-tier manager in toy store. And even though I have company t-shirt and name tag, people still ask me if I work there. People still look at me weird when I am going around the store doing whatever. It's sometimes hard to ignore. I just hope people will understand that working at my dream job doesn't mean I want to do stuff to their kids. It hurts sometimes. Edit. Thanks so much for all the comments and my first silver. If I don't answer immediately I am sorry, but sleep calls and I got work tomorrow. Have a great day, Redditors. I want to wish you all Merry Christmas, and as someone who works in toy store, piece of advice. Buy toys now, give it few weeks and everything popular will be gone. Much love. I used to eat my lunch at a local lake that has a park next to it. I would park facing the lake with the park behind me. I just sat in my car, listened to podcasts and ate my lunch. One day a lady called the cops on me for being suspicious. Said she was afraid for her children's safety. Luckily the cop was cool and told the lady I was free to eat there since it was a public place. But I didn't really want to risk getting a not cool cop in the future. So goodbye calming lake. Hello depressing parking lot. Edit. I appreciate the support. I'm going to go ahead and start going again. I shouldn't really have let one incident over several years of eating there deter me, but it just made me really anxious. That if we like children but don't have children of our own, we're automatically given at the very least a little grilling. If not straight out asked if we're a pedophile. I like dogs too. For pretty similar reasons. Nobody ever asks me if I'm a dog ducker. Are you a dog ducker? That men find it normal to cheat and brag about it. Edit. Holy crap. Never expected this many upvotes. Never mind silver and gold. Thanks kind Redditors. Any man who cheats on someone loses my respect instantly. Same goes for women. And I'm sure my feelings are shared by most guys. I don't understand why people assume that. Edit. IDKY me saying cheaters were bad deserved gold, but thanks for that. And the silver. Kind strangers. Men can't be abused by women. Or that men can get assaulted, harassed by other men. I've had some very pushy gay men approach me. One going as far as trying to touch my ass and dong inside my underwear after I said like 3 times that I'm straight and not interested. Luckily the women I was out with immediately chastised that guy. But TBH guys laugh at me when I tell that story and talk about how badly they would have beaten him up. Women who I've told always reacted shocked and emphatic. Daughter to a single dad here. There was this myth I discovered when I was young. It's something almost all my female friends were told. But thankfully not me. The myth is the belief that there are such things as girl business where only your mom or other older females in the family should help you with. As the only girl in the house growing up, my dad helped me understand and deal with a great many girl business problems. Meanwhile all my friends had their moms to handle it for them. When my friends found out my dad was sort of in charge of handling those with me, they were shocked. They asked me why I didn't have an aunt or grandma to help instead. Well, my aunts all live at least 10 hours away and grandma is even further. I began to realize over the years that there might actually be negative side effects to this girl's only way of thinking. Sure, having another female assist you with those issues might be less awkward and embarrassing. But there's already an inherent awkwardness and embarrassment associated with it. Learning to overcome the embarrassment is part of growing up and accepting your body. Furthermore, I have since grown up and began studying psychology. And done some research into this further for my studies. I'd have to do a more in-depth and wide-reaching survey and analysis to come to findings I'd be comfortable with being peer-reviewed. But I have a theory that the girls-only mentality causes relationship issues later in life. Young girls grow up thinking that there are some aspects of womanhood men not only don't understand but can't understand. It makes them not only less trusting of male partners, but also keeps them from seeing man as equals when it comes to parenting. Edit number 1. Thank you to the guys who have sent PMs to say thanks. And to the few who asked for some advice, I wish you the best of luck. Thanks for the gold. Adds to the myth that all men are grossed out by menstruation, and even the mention of it will send us scurrying. I shared a bathroom with my sister growing up. And I'm a scientist, I think I'll be okay. Also, growing up with it being normal lets us help out when needed. As a college TA, I always had a few things on hand when teaching long lab classes, including hair ties and tampons. That we cannot parent as well as a woman. That we need a random woman to come hold a man's child because they're crying. That we are babysitting when our spouse isn't with our babies. Yeah, that stereotype is so damn dumb. I mean, I changed thousands of diapers and it never bothered me once. I was perfectly capable of dressing my kids. I know how to open a jar of baby food. I wash and hang my kids' school uniforms. I'm not looking for a prize, but I'm also not looking to be treated like I'm an idiot. No. I'm not going to a strip club. No. That doesn't mean I'm gay. See also Hooters. That place ducking sucks, and the last 2 times I was dragged there I had beer spilled on me by the wait staff because they hire based on flirting instead of the ability to actually serve ducking food. Men just wait around for a woman to inform them that they are now dating. I'm not trying to claim that women come up to me in bars especially often, but on the rare times they do, there is a definite sense of, I am under no obligation to actually attract you as a mate. I exist and am female. And therefore by default you want to date me. Once, when I tried to politely decline, the woman chastised me in the bar for 5 minutes, demanding to know what my excuse was. What reason I could give her. She simply assumed that the default was that I, as a man, want to date any woman, and that I have to justify not being attracted to a specific one. Had a woman approach me in a bar the other night, and about a minute into conversation I let her know very matter of fact that I needed to be somewhere, so I wasn't hanging around. She just stopped and said, "You don't fancy me?" I said, "Sorry. I've got to go." Crosses my mind now just how confused she looked. Man who works at daycare are pedophiles every year. There are people who complain I work there. Jesus. What a load of BS. As if guys can't be nurturers who like children or even just work there because they need the job. It's getting better now. But back in the day basically every guy on TV was a sports obsessed, car/motorcycle loving, beer swilling moron who couldn't function without his wife to look after him and the kids. My wife went away last week for work and I'll have you know that only half my kids got eaten by wolves. You did your best, man. Wolves always hunt in packs. So you were probably outnumbered. We're all unable to control our nature to have sex. Believe me, if I couldn't control myself you'd have noticed by now. I'm the oldest of 3 girls and my mom raised us by saying that all men only want sex and they will do anything to get it. Even rape children. We are all deeply paranoid of men and hyper-vigilant parents and have really ducked up relationships, and holy shit, I'm having a revelation. Erections mean we want sex. Even as adults. They can still be random. Or lack of erection meaning we don't. Men think about sex every X amount of seconds. I'm a grown man with a life. I have more to think about than just sex. Agreed. I also just thought about sex. I really hate how fruity drinks are associated with women. Like, damn, can I just enjoy my strawberry daiquiri? I always order fruity frozen drinks and my wife always orders beers. Half the time, the waiter gives me the beer instead. Nobody scoffs when a dude's got a kick-ass Slurpee, but as soon as you add some rum it's a girl's drink. Duck off. The whole men think about sex every 7 seconds thing. If you think that's true, I have a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you. Is the bridge sexy though? That we're all not interested in or incapable of being involved in the planning of our weddings. I cannot tell you how many comments like "remember, it's her day, not yours," I received during the 2-year lead up to our wedding. I'm not going to lie to you and say I'd been looking forward to getting married since I was 12 or something, but I took an active interest together with my wife in the planning of our wedding. It's not my day. It's hers. Duck that. It was our day. We planned it together. Her vision definitely brought it all together and she did a ducking astounding job. But she didn't just make decisions on her own. We talked together about and worked together on every single thing involved in the event. And we were both ecstatic with how it turned out. It turned out beautifully. I try not to toot my own horn very often, but I never thought the best party I'd ever go to would end up being my own. My own parents, who are in an incredible, cooperative, supportive, happy married relationship, and are the best parents I could have possibly asked for. For the record, gave me grief about this sort of thing when I was telling them that if when I get married, I want a smaller, not exorbitantly expensive wedding. They both, especially my dad, insisted that my hypothetical fiancé would be the one calling all the shots. Now that I type it out, I have to wonder if that's them perpetuating the stereotype or calling me spineless. Men can't show emotion in public unless it's anger or greed. Or lust.